I've been swimming in the sea probably 20 years.
Before this winter, I had been in the sea twice.
I only started in November swimming in the sea. Had a bit of a tough couple of years and thought I needed to find something to do, to meet new people and do something a bit out there.
I think my relationship to the sea just makes me feel a bit more in tune with nature, really.
It's a place for reflection and activity, a place to bring the kids. It's a place for peace and quiet.
The water, the sound, the smell is home.
Some people like swimming on their own, but that doesn't really work for me. I like being part of a group.
There are people from all different walks of life, you know, so many different people coming together, and we just have a really good time.
I've never laughed so much in my life as I do with this group.
There's no place for egos. I think that's what makes it such a nice experience.
This group isn't about your ability to swim or how long you can stay in or even your role of what you do for a career. None of that matters. We're all here. We all support each other. We all care about each other.
It's the sea and the swim that draws us all together, but there's lots of other threads that keep us there as well.
I've never got to know people so well in such a short period of time.
Swim, swim, swim. Swim, swim, swim.
How does it feel to be in the water? That's a really good question. It's actually I think quite difficult to explain sometimes.
I feel my face just lights up. Literally, I can't control it.
It pushes out all of the noise, the clutter, the racket that's going on. And with that comes calm.
It just makes me feel really alive.
Everything's just a bit quieter. I get way less distracted. I think it's just a good way to force yourself to be present, really.
A feeling of euphoria that I have never ever felt in my whole life.
There's an aliveness to it that I'm not sure if you get anywhere else, other than sex, maybe.
I swim because it makes me feel free.
I swim just to keep my mind happy.
Yeah, I love it.
I swim because it makes me feel alive.
Swim, swim, swim. Swim, swim, swim. Swim, swim, swim.
When I come out of that water, my body is zinging, it is alive.
I just fizz. I kind of fizz internally for hours after.
There is never a time that I regret having gone in.
You go out and you just feel like you can conquer the world.
In 2020, I swam to the wind farm and back in aid of a mental health project for emergency workers, a project called Surfwell. And what we found is ocean therapy is an amazing tool for helping cope with mental health. We were sat on the beach one day and thought, we could swim out there. And then one of us said, and back. And obviously, that's ridiculous. Self-organised, self-funded, safety supported as well. The turbines are 8 nautical miles, which is about 15 kilometres. The issue you have here though is because we're in that channel of water, we've got strong currents, lateral currents. So in a straight line you think it's 15 kilometres, but effectively what you're doing is you're swimming with the current until high tide, and then it'll pull you around this way. So actual distance travelled in total there and back was 35 kilometres. So a little bit further than planned. It took me 11 hours to finish.
Of course, with sea swimming, there are some potential risks. So main housekeeping rules are very much go with a friend, tell somebody where you're going, when you're likely to return. So if you don't, there's somebody that knows.
I was by myself. I didn't tell anyone that I was going swimming. I went out, it was really rough weather. big waves. Got out there and I suddenly realised just how massive those waves were, because when you're in the trough of a wave and you're looking up 10 or 12 feet, it's quite scary.
You're aware of the risks when it's windy and the waves are crashing and that, but I'm now of the opinion that you've got to be aware of it every single day, and that's why I always take a tow float.
I really like to get down here at dawn. Sunrise dips for me can't be beaten. I love them, and I've been down here before in the dark as well, and I know can be a bit risky. There's something special about going into water in the dark.
To go swimming in the dark in January seemed completely insane, but it was amazing.
In the depth of winter and in the cold water, it's probably the most mindful moment you can experience.
In the winter, I actually swim more. I think the cold sea is more alluring than the summer. I find the summer a bit too warm, strangely.
You feel like you've achieved something, especially in the winter. You just feel different than when you get in.
When I get in the sea and it's freezing cold, I can't think about anything else. I'm concentrating on surviving in freezing cold water.
Oh my God, it's so cold. Why am I doing this?
It looks really cold. Can't wait to go in.
I'm not looking to forget. I just want a new perspective on this life for me. I don't want to feel regret. No, I just want to feel free.
I was involved in a motorcycle accident last year, and it meant that it was very difficult to walk for a while. There was quite a lot of pain and swelling, but I was still able to swim in the sea.
So I have immense pain in my hip. I'm waiting for surgery, and the seawater and the coldness really improves my pain.
I had a head injury which caused a load of neurological problems. Some of those has been resolved, but the ongoing issue is that I have daily persistent headaches. Getting in the sea and getting my head under the cold water, and they go immediately. So it's like free medicine, and it's much better than medication.
I'm a stage 4 cancer patient, melanoma, and I was sitting in the cancer clinic reading a magazine when I saw an article on cold water swimming and how it boosts your immune. And I sat there thinking, whoa, you know, these people have got cancer. They're in the sea in the winter. Why aren't I doing this? So that's when I started. My cancer is forever moving onwards. I'm in a quite scary place right now, but the swimming is mentally helping me through. Being here with the group, and that is helping me through it all, definitely, for sure.
So I had a diagnosis of PTSD in March 2021, and alongside of that I also have a diagnosis of anxiety and depression. And I'm not taking any medication, I'm choosing not to. So my medication is actually getting in the sea. So came out of a relationship where I felt controlled. The sea is just the sea, and it's different every day. It's just helped me massively overcome and get back into my body, because I think for a long time I was numb, but I got some help. And the sea is helping me feel alive. It's helping me remember myself. It's helping me remember the resilient person that I have been and I'm getting back to. And it's massively helping me rebuild my confidence in my ability just to get up every day and come out. So for anyone with a mental health diagnosis, or anyone in a domestic abuse relationship or wanting to leave one, then I totally recommend cold water dipping.
The sort of effects on your mental health is incredible. You just feel like a new person. I think the sea kind of washes it away, and it has no judgment on you, the sea. You can just be yourself.
I suffer from anxiety, but sitting by the sea and certainly immersing myself in the ocean, it just makes it disappear immediately.
Swimming is definitely essential for my mental health. I have now done it for so long that I don't know quite what would happen if I stopped.
Well, the sea is something that I come down to help me forget about the grief I have over losing my husband 9 months ago. I've had very many down days, and yet when I come down here, it's so therapeutic, and I just love the waves. And to me, when I'm jumping over waves, I can't think of anything else other than how to survive the next wave. And I'm just laughing. Once I've had that swim, that day is a success. It doesn't really matter what else happens that day, all the setbacks, all the disappointments, all the grieving I'm doing for my husband. It doesn't really matter. That day is already a success.
I really see how nature, but in particular the sea, sends that message that life is ever-changing and transformational.
Every few seconds the sea changes, and it's a constant fascination.
As you get the diamonds of the sun reflecting off the water, it really just gives you that uplifting feeling about how beautiful it is.
It's playful, it's fun, and you're in nature.
This is here, it's not going anywhere.
If you've never tried cold water swimming, give it a go. Honestly, I think it's for everybody.
Believe the hype, that's what I'd say.
It's addictive, completely addictive, and I'd recommend it to anybody.
Do whatever is right for you. There are no rules with it whatsoever.
Everyone should try it. Do it.
Get in the sea.
If you want to feel brave, invigorated and happy, just add water.
When everything's getting on top, just add water.
If you want to feel truly alive, just add water.
If you want to feel like champagne, just add water.
If you have PTSD, just add water.
If you're in any doubt, just add water.
If you're grieving, just add water.
Doesn't matter where you come from, what age you are, what your background, just add water.
I think they've got to be slightly balmy, but good on them. I've seen them stick at it and go for it, and I often hear them shouting, laughing and whooping out when they're in the sea, so...
Do you think you'd ever give it a go?
No.
Once you've done it, you just won't go back.